Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to understand about Terraform count parameter and count index. So let's start. So what is count parameter? The count parameter on resources can simplify configuration and let you scale resources by simply incrementing a number. So for example, suppose we have to create a 20 EC2 instance. So for generally what we do, we will create a 20 resource block for each EC2 instance and we will run the Terraform apply command. But with the help of count parameter, we don't require to create 20 resource block for 20 EC2 instance. We just need to specify the count parameter and you have to define the number, how many instance you want. So that's the basically purpose of count parameter. The count meta argument accept a whole number and create that many instances of the resource or modules. So basically count parameter accept the whole number. It should not be a fraction number or like fractional number, or so basically it's support only a whole number. So if you see this particular image I have without count. So here what I am doing, I am creating a 2 EC2 instance. So I have two resource block here. If you see this particular image I have with count parameter. So what I'm doing, I'm creating only one resource block, and here I have specified count equal to 2. So as soon as I run Terraform apply command, it will create a 2 EC2 instance for me. So that's the purpose of count parameter. So there are some challenges with count parameter. So if you see with the below code, Terraform will create two EC2 instance. What the problem is that both will have the same name. So if you see here, I have specified count parameter equal to 2 and I have specified the name of this particular EC2 instance is dev-vm. So when I run this particular code block, what it will do, it will create a 2 EC2 instance for me, but it will also keep the same name for both the VMs. So it will be very difficult to identify what VM we are going to what purpose. So the name should be some meaningful name. Suppose in this example we are creating only two instance. Suppose if we have 100 of instance, in that case what we can do. So to avoid or to overcome this count parameter issue, we use count index. So in resource block where the count is set, an additional count object is available in expressions. So you can modify the configuration of each instance. And the object has one attribute, count.index. So the distinct index number starting with 0 corresponding to this instance. So let's understand with this example basically. So here what we are doing, it's the same image I have copied here, but the difference is this count index. So basically the count instance index basically work like a loop. So if you, for example, if we have specified here count equal to 2, so what it will do, it will start from the first instance will be 0, and the second instance will be 1. So the count index start from the 0. So for example, I have here count equal to 2, so then it will create a 2 instance for me, but the instance 1 will be 0 in 0 index, and the second second VM will be index 1. So it's a 0 and 1, so 2 instances will be created for us. So now here I have specified name equal to dev-vm dot curly bracket count dot index. So this particular resource block will execute two times. So one time it will create a VM with name of dev-vmg.0, and next VM it will create dev-vm.1. But again it's not quite straightforward like dev vm 10. So ideally what we have in real time, like test vm, dev vm, prod vm, stage vm, so those names basically we keep to easily identify. If we put dev vm 0, dev vm 1, so it also not very good to understand, okay, the dev vm 10 we are doing for this purpose, or dev-vm 1 we are doing for this particular purpose. So to overcome that issue also, what we can do, let me move to the next screen. So challenges with default count index. Having a EC2 instance like dev VM0 and dev VM1 might not always be suitable. So it's good to have some meaningful names, dev-vm, test-vm for EC2 instance. So it will be easy to identify the purpose of particular instances. So here what I have done, I have created a variable called vm underscore name, and the variable type is list. And the default list I have created so for example, in this case we are going to create a 2 EC2 instance. So I have two names here like dev-vm, test-vm, and all the things is similar. The what we are going to change here in name is equal to, now we have var dot the variable name vm underscore name and open bracket count.index. So what it will does, it will count 0 and 1 from this count parameter, count from this particular count, and it will take the values from the default list, because we have specified the var dot vm underscore name variable name we have here vm underscore name. So as soon as first time when we so this resource block basically execute two times here. So one, as soon as it create run for first time, it will create a dev hyphen vm. Next time when it will execute test hyphen, it will create a test hyphen vm instance for us. So we will see in demo, then you will be more clear on this particular count and count index part. So let me move to demo first. So if you see here I have basically a provider block. So I'm going to create a EC2 instance, and this is the example. Let me run this particular block. So let's see what is going to happen. I'll open the terminal. So let me run Terraform init command. So now the Terraform init command is completed. So let me clear the screen. Now I will run Terraform apply command. I'm not running plan command. So this particular block is going to create a 2 VM with the same name dev-vm. Okay, I'll provide yes. So now the Terraform apply command is completed. Let me open the AWS console. So now here we can see we have two VM with the same name dev-vm and another also dev-vm. So now it's very difficult to identify this particular VM for what purpose we are using, and this particular VM for what purpose we are using. So to overcome this issue, we use a count index. So let me destroy those VM first. Now I will run this particular resource block which have count index here. So let's see how basically it's the name will come like dev-vm.0, dev-vm.1. So let's wait to finish the VM instructions. So the command is completed. Let me verify the instance. So I'll just refresh it. So now dev-vm instance is terminated. Now what we will do, we will try to use default index first. So let me clear this screen. And also I will uncomment this particular block. Now we are running with the default count.index. So let me save it. Now I'll again run Terraform apply. So this time this particular block will have dev-vm.0 and dev-vm.1 as a VM name, because we have used here default count.index object. So the command is completed now. Let me refresh the screen again. So now we have two VM, dev-vm.1 and dev-vm.0. But again, it's not very much clear to identify the purpose or uses of those particular VM, because these VM doesn't have any meaningful names. So to have meaningful names, what we have to do, we have to create a variable first. So let me destroy those VMs also. So now this command is completed. Let me again verify the instance. So now we have all the instance in terminated state. So now what I will do, I'll comment this particular block. Let me clear the screen also. So here what we have done, we have created a variable called vm underscore name, and this variable type we have list, and the value default we have dev-vm and test-vm, and this particular variable name we have passed in the name parameter with the count.index. So now let me run this particular block. So basically this is the recommended way to use count parameter, so you can have some meaningful name for your resources which you are going to create. This is kind of a similar thing like we used for loop, so the same concept which we have with count also. It iterate each time, like if suppose if I have 3, count is equal to 3, then this particular resource block will execute 3 times and it will create a 3 resources for us. So now it's completed. So now we have two instances, test-vm and dev-vm. Now we can understand, okay, this particular VM we are using for dev environment and this particular VM we are using for test environment. So it's good to have some meaningful name for your resources, because it will be easily identified by others as well. So I hope you understand what's the purpose and how to use count and count index parameter. So thank you so much. See you in next video.